Hey everybody, how's it going out there? This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, coming at you from the Wizard's Tower. And today I'm in the library, so what does that mean? Am I going to talk at you about what really upsets me about game design? Or is it time for Warp Tumbler C24? Oh, what is that? Yes, it is time for C24. And we are here with our tumblers. Say hi, everybody. And let us start with introducing our players and have them tell you a little bit about themselves and their characters. Right beneath me is you guys met her last week as our resident, well, what's the term? Our resident sullen girl. That's right, Fiona Apple and Black, playing a pirate on, well, not playing a pirate, but playing, well, I don't know how to say hashashin, hashasha, hashash, hashasha. So let me just introduce you guys to her. You guys know her as Seth, and I know her as the nice lady in the really cool t-shirt. Say hi to Tessa, everybody. Tell us about your character. No parents. Oh, sorry. That just comes out when I'm thinking of Lobster Thermidor. I don't know why.
But they've made some friends along the way.
So you're learning real magic. That's good.
I have horns that go aside my head. I have blue skin. I'm dressed in all black. And yeah.
Fantastic. And right next to her is everyone's favorite serially inebriated paladin.
Hey.
You guys know them from making dice and going, yeah, no, I can't do it. Hey, look, liquor. Y'all know them as the beaniest bean, and I just know them as good old Ryder. Introduce yourself and tell the people about your character.
Ew, I'm Ryder, who honestly probably would have been a better build as a paladin. But that's not why we're here. We're here to build warlocks that are actually clerics.
Oh, like a Clairlock. Gotcha.
Like a cleric that should be a warlock, and I'm exposing 5e for making them the same class twice, but clerics so much better mechanically. But we've got Ryder, our potentially youngest party member. I don't know how old Seth is, who is having a string of very bad days. And is a moody teenager and is going to be just the worst about it.
Hey, she's not overreacting. She's a teenager.
Exactly.
And her family knows that anytime soon, their little baby Ryder can go kaboom. And right next to me, here, you guys know her from many different places like the Pocket Dragon Pub and various podcasts and so many other places that it's not my story to tell you. It's not me. I'm not supposed to tell you where to find people because I don't speak for other people. See that? That would be like mansplaining and just being terrible. So I'm going to let my intelligent, industrious, and super competent friend speak for herself. You guys know her character as the Jane Goodall of Goblins. Oh, gotta do the Goblins. I just know her as Vivian. How you doing, girl? Hey, what's
doing
going?
Good. Thank you. Oh man, who's also a pro wrestler. But yes, thank you so much for having me on the show again. I'm excited to come back to Najma and figure out what we're going to do.
Oh, you don't have to thank me for having you on the show. I should be thanking you. See, you are a good producer. I am an actor that has to make my own stuff so he can get a role. So you being here should be more like a breath of fresh air going, oh my God, I'm not in charge of this. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of is. It's really nice not to have to worry about all the backstage stuff. No aneurysms for me today. Yay!
Except in game. And finally,
yeah, that's different.
and finally, everyone, coming at you guys from some sort of tavern. You guys know her from many different things. Former co-host, cosplay community, Polynesian dancer, Chinese folk dancer, actor, singer. I mean, just this woman does it all. She does it all. Okay? Except for not mumble. But she does it all. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to introduce you guys to a great entertainer, a great humanitarian, and my dear, dear friend for years, Rowdy Rebecca Pena. What's going on, girl?
Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? This is Rowdy coming at you. Howdy. Hi, how you doing? Everybody's looking good. It's great to have everybody together again.
For the first time.
I'm glad, honestly. I hope everyone had like a really nice Halloween. Like our Halloween was interesting.
No, I should have just stayed home and watched Coco and cried like I planned. Because I like things that make me smile. Remember me. Remember. Okay, anyway. And tell us a bit about your character.
My character's name is Gaius Mascota. We have a displaced pirate who is kind of on this interesting journey where they're trying to find answers for where their captain left, right? And also we have this idea of friendship and folly and everything that comes in the way. It's kind of nice. I like it.
Just to let you know, you guys are showing the new person that friendship is magic. Just like tacos are life. And if you don't believe me, come to California, because here in sunny Southern California, we do tacos second best on the planet. You got to go like 200 miles south to get the best on the planet. Like real talk. All right. That's real talk. All right. So, and of course, our final participant in this game is you. Thank you guys for being here today. I gotta give a shout out to my regular people and my new people who are gonna be regular because they are amazing. People like MTEM, one of my GMs, Xanathades from the land of beer and dairy products. What is going on, bro? We're also talking Violet Gamer. All right, I love to have you here, and you know what? Doing great as a GM. I can tell you that as someone who's been doing it long enough to know that to do it well, you have to not have friends. You got a crap bucket? You're not really GMing unless you have a crap bucket. And of course, you know, Alien Gaming, Drap Snatch, Uriana, and Juan and Oella. Or Oella. You know who you are. You watch so many of my shows. I really appreciate you guys being here. So now that we've said hello and yo and hey and all that stuff, just letting you guys know that you can reach me in particular if you have any questions, comments, and all that other stuff, especially criticisms, because I love pushing delete on my email. You can find that at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on my ex Twitter at the same email address, and on Instagram. And of course, if you're using the Clock app, you can find me at BidP. That's BIDPY. And of course, I know one of my regulars will be so kind as to put an invitation to the Discord, because the Discord itself is free. You don't have to join the Patreon, guys. However, if you are compelled to do something like join the Patreon, well, you know what you can do? You can help us out in many ways. And I know, I know that going, dude, there's always another thing with Netflix and Peacock and Amazon and all that other stuff. I mean, so many different subscription services and all that stuff out there. So to ask yet more people to join my Patreon, it just makes me feel, it really does. It makes me feel like, what is the term? It really makes me feel like I'm begging. It really makes me feel like I'm begging, and not just begging, but getting on your nerves in the meantime. But I just put it right here in the chat. Right here. Right here. Hello. Hello. You can push any of those links and help us out, from a one-time donation to buy me more coffee and our Patreon, or even buy a t-shirt or maybe a hoodie or, you know, maybe a coffee mug. Huh? Yeah, all right. I drink a lot of coffee and all that other stuff. But now that we are super late, let's get to the game. You see, last time we left our players, they were on a strange pirate ship that was being carried through the air by what looked like birdish creatures, but balloons, but they ate things. With an amazingly happy and polite and partying crew that offers them water, thanks them for being there, and takes them from one place to another after trying to make their way out of the Feywild. However, upon wanting to meet the captain, they walk in to the captain's quarters with such sights to show you, as he is standing, or as he is sort of on his knees with his arms in the air, being flayed by a beautiful woman with a dark demeanor. And
No
go.
comment.
We could come back. Maybe another time. She just starts backing up and like puts her arm out to like kind of guide everybody outside.
And the Fey woman, or the woman that looks a little bizarre, one might say, locks eyes with you and says, "This is not for your eyes. But since you are here, would you like to see?" I'd like you to make a I would like you to make sorry, hang on just a minute.
Okay,
Half
I'm
of
ready.
me wanted
I'm
to
ready
say
make
a
my save.
willpower save, but it's not will, it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom. I was gonna say wisdom. Oh
You're like,
no.
Ooh,
Oh,
still
let's see.
inspiration.
What's my mod? Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. And as you can feel, almost icy tendrils work their way into your mind, whisper word after word. Well, it is our job to find things out. Maybe we should observe. You kind of shake it off like, whoa, whoa, hey, I'm a gardener. I don't need this ring. Go on.
Just, I'm very sorry. It really seems like we are interrupting something. You know, you've got the tingly thing going on. I'm not one to presume what you find entertaining or what's going on here. But you know, we could always come at a time when you're less busy. That's we could just not meet now. Maybe with a more convenient time for you.
Okay. Ryder, you walked in on this as well.
Bye.
Najma's kind of got her hand like this. I just want to say, like, she's doing the school teacher thing, like, maybe this is a bad plan.
The grandma in the passenger seat thing. No,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly. Like,
hey.
this is probably, like, yeah. So,
Yeah, this is very much a moment where if I could slam the door, I just would. So I'm just gonna about face. Not my business.
Seth?
Yeah, I think I think I'm gonna back out of this one.
What if we just didn't?
Now, Caius, I can't remember if you wanted to storm the thing as well. Were you part of the we kick in the door to the captain's chambers and demand to know what's going on team?
Yes, I was on that team.
Okay, and this is what you see.
Think Caius is also like wondering if it's too late to just blink and forget.
Cast modify memory.
You don't have that spell. Oh wait, you're a cleric. You didn't prep that spell.
Not today.
I feel like remember that one time that we found out this party likes to avoid combat? Yep.
That's so weird. I'm so good at combat, though. She just can't be bothered.
Oh,
We're all just like, you know what? Maybe we didn't realize it was that kind of dungeon. We'll come back.
think
I'm
we're
glad
just
I changed
lost.
the rating of my channel to PG-13 circa 1987. Now,
You know,
Um,
we were just looking for the bathroom. I think we're like, this is like just some horrible miscommunicate. Like,
and
you
this
know,
is where you have to make a bluff check.
all right. Like, honestly, there's so many rooms on this place. Like, how do you guys find any
So
place?
the entire party, except for Caius, might be trying to do the Homer Simpson meme. Got it.
Just back into the
Dirty
hedges.
20. Ah.
Well,
gotta-
child, now you know. And now you know what you are, or what you could be. Would you like to know more? And she smiles, and her teeth are, I don't just want to say jagged, but imagine a tooth made of sewing needles. And that's what's in her mouth. Like, they are very distinctly teeth. You can tell they have the gaps where they're supposed to have them, and they're all the right shape, and her mouth isn't overly big. And they're definitely made out of an enamel type substance. But, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, thank you.
That's a no from me.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm sure you'd like to know more. And on that, make a wisdom save, please.
Oh. You know, I was gonna be worried because historically Caius has never been very wise, right? But I just rolled a 17.
I was gonna say, do you need guidance? Got you.
I do.
you
know.
have a times 2, times 3
That's
potentially.
That's it. Whoop. But,
Yay!
Oh yeah, that helps. Yes, I rolled a 17. Look at this die. I just
I can
got back
see it
from
right
ancient
through the
Rome.
lens
Look at this
flare.
grape. Okay,
Look at it. Oh God, I'm blind.
so, so what are you gonna do?
okay. Oh man, like immediately, like yes, okay. Caius is very curious, but at the same time, like I'm reading the room and very much this isn't like story time. Like I don't get that vibe here. Um All that I need to know at this point is how to get out of this room as quickly as possible. But like I know that if I leave this room without at least one person in here, like I'm not gonna have my answers.
And the captain looks up. Now you understand. Go! Go now! And he looks up at the very lithe and darkly beautiful woman and says, anything. And she takes her eyes off of you, looks down at him, and smiles. I couldn't hear you. And when she says that, hooks come from the wall and embed themselves into his shoulders. What was that? And he looks up and says, anything!
That was a bad thing to say, man.
And she smiles and says, I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. And when she says that, what looks to be quadruped creatures with, if you're thinking that they're going to be skinless, because that seems to be the vibe that we're going, you're incorrect. They're not skinless.
Okay.
Their skin is just really, really tight.
Oh.
Like plastic surgery done on a budget. Like, if there were seams, they would probably be bursting, even over their eyes. And instead of making noise, their jaws or mandibles kind of chatter, but every chatter sounds like a bird screech. And they start to first gnaw at the captain's flayed wrists and ankles. And he says it. Anything! And she says, thrice said. And then you guys find yourself on the deck.
I have a question. Do
Is this
do
a
we-
GM question, or is this a?
Well, no,
Are
it's
you
just
talking to the
it's
party?
an out of character question. Yeah.
Okay.
Did it seem like not Cass. Did it seem like Caius knew the people that were in the cabin? Like, was that something we were able to pick up on at all? Or
You would have to make an insight check.
okay, can I do that, please?
However, what I will give you is this:
Yes.
you did see Caius pull the give the captain a little tood. So I will give your insight check an advantage.
Okie dokie. Sounds good. I'm not good twice. Okay. All right, so that's a 21. I rolled a 17 plus 4. So,
It's not. You don't need to be Kreskin to figure out that this is Caius's old ship. She knows everyone. Except for maybe that lady in the room, but that lady in the room really seems like she knew her.
Caius, did you know that person? The captain? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, he's my old captain. We go back a ways, but I don't know who this lady is, and I'm good with not knowing.
Seems like your ship I'm assuming this was your old ship, is a bit cursed, doesn't it?
It used to not be like this.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure it was not like this before. Like, but that would explain why there's all of these people here, honestly. Like have you noticed how like some of the crewmates are kind of acting kind of peculiar?
A bit. I thought it was the water. It tastes far too good. Far better than normal water. Yes.
It also sounded like your captain made a deal with the fairy in some way. That might have something to do with it, right?
It's a thought.
It's a thought, but I'm not 100% sure what that deal was about. Like, I know that I'm involved in this somehow, but
Hold on a minute. You're involved? How? You left.
I did, but now I'm starting to get this impression that I was sent away for a reason, you know?
And how are you feeling about that?
I really wish that we could have talked about this. Like, you know, like all of these decisions about me were made for me without me even being aware of what was even going on, and it's not really a good feeling, honestly.
Well, I will say this when we were in the room with that woman, she tried to do something, I think, because it felt like little tentacles in my head, tempting me to stay in that room. It was not a good feeling. So maybe these decisions about you were something of a compulsion. They were compelled. It wasn't just made without your consent on purpose, I suppose.
Also, he was probably coerced even without magic. That's how things like this tend to work, in my experience. But
Fair.
you know, it's your call. These are your people. So if we see them again, follow your lead, I guess. You just seemed like you were mad at him earlier, so I just figured this is probably not our responsibility.
Well, I mean, we're stuck on the ship. It's not as if we can just go on our merry way. We don't even know where our merry way is at this point.
We're gonna have to help him.
And one of the crewmates is mopping right next to you guys. If only it were that simple.
If only what was that simple.
Can't tell you much. What I can tell you is that sometimes a captain has to make decisions for their crew. Captain has two responsibilities: their ship and their crew. If I had had the sense that Mom said a man would use to open a bakery shop, I would have taken shore leave at the same time. Seth's been kind of quiet about all this stuff.
That they have.
In a very not my party, not my monkey kind of way.
Insight check now.
We trust you mostly.
Mostly. You know what they say. Mostly dead is somewhat alive.
I'm trying to
remember my trip on the ship, and it's really muddled, more muddled than most of my memories.
I
Is there
forgot you have
something-
memory loss.
Hmm.
Yes, it's been a problem.
And as you guys are talking, you're definitely noticing something happening on the other side of the deck. The sky is getting brighter.
Well, there's that sunrise you were worried about, Najma.
Oh, well, I'm glad the sun's risen for another day, at least.
And from the crow's nest, "Land ho, we see the top of the morning." And the captain comes out of his chambers very well put together and very clean, as a captain should be. And he starts barking orders. "Yeah, move the thing and the other thing and batten that down and batten that back up and and all those other nautical things."
Najma elbows Caius. You should go ask him about what's going on while that woman isn't there.
I'm gonna go have a word with him.
And he's just barking orders. "Har, har, 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 womp, 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 womp."
Caius approaches the captain while he's over here giving direction. And tries to see if she can get an audience with him.
And he looks down at her. "I be supposing you have questions."
That I do.
"Well, on with it then. I'll answer what I can. And I won't what I can't."
Okay. What stipulates can't?
"Can't tell you."
Okay. All right. So, who was that woman who was in the room with you last night?
"Aye, lass, she is as close to a woman as I am to a wildebeest. But it is a lady, I can tell you that."
Okay, what can you tell me about her? Like, why was she there? What was her business there?
"You ever think about getting married?"
Are we avoiding questions now, or like what's going on?
"Humor it, old man."
Okay. All right. So, were we interrupting something last night?
"You're a strange one, I can tell you that. Sometimes, when two people love each other very much, they say a lot of funny things, never thinking about in-laws."
Gaius is just kind of confused by.
Now for the most important question. Has your time with me as your captain been satisfactory? We have more water if you'd like some.
Let's see. Can we give past ratings, or is that just going to be for the one for this particular trip?
As long as they're a 5 gold coin fast rating.
5 stars.
Aye. My crew lives and dies by our rating. And thank you for choosing us to be your transport captain. Aye, what are you doing over there? And he goes and tends to the crew. And the boat is starting to descend and pull on to what looks to be familiar shores. In fact, it looks to be the very same dock that you left the ship at in the first place.
Like the rest of us, or Seth?
Caius, specifically.
Is this the same place?
And as the boat docks, it looks at all of you. Thank you for choosing us to be your lifted captains. And it looks straight over to Seth and says, Let the ladies at the convent know that we are at their disposal. Would you like some water before you go?
No, thank you on the water, and I'll relay the message.
And as you guys, are you guys exiting the boat?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna refill
Sorry.
first, but
Yeah.
Is one of us gonna use detect magic on the water just to like see if there's something weird on it?
I mean, do we have a
I am
reason to?
not
Because
prepared
that's.
today.
I mean, I have it, but I would need a reason to.
And
She's-
the captain looks over at Caius.
Mhm.
It's every captain's wish that their crew creates their own ship one day and doesn't make the same errors in judgment that they did. And thank you for choosing us as your lifted captain. And the boat rises and heads off into the sky.
And as the boat leaves, Nasha's like, I wonder if that woman was the Ice Queen. You don't think that could be it, could it?
Rob, maybe someone
She looks at
knows.
Ryder and says this.
Did she look like the Ice Queen at all?
She looked like she had needles for teeth.
Maybe she looked different. We don't know.
Is that how she does her surgery?
I mean,
Suddenly
it wasn't
something
replaced
else
with
came
ice
in.
cubes, so there's that. But I don't know. It just occurred to me because we are looking for her.
Okay, but can we all agree that there's probably something in the water? Like, I'm not. This
It-
is.
Did taste very good.
I didn't drink any.
No, you just drank all the booze.
Najma like touches her chest and goes, "Do you think I'm cursed now because I drank the good tasting water?"
Maybe.
Mm.
You're a cleric. She like baps Ryder on the shoulder. Check me out or do whatever it is you clerics do.
Yeah. I can't do that right now.
Yeah,
Doesn't the
but
power
like,
of your god compel things or something?
I can look at you really hard.
I'm
but,
not.
untapped until tomorrow, man.
Najma's just like,
Oh, by the
Help.
way, Ryder, I'd like you to make a constitution save.
Hey,
no.
I was waiting for that.
Hey, I'm not the one forcing you to drink every scene that there's liquor involved.
No, that was Vivian in session 0.
I don't know what you're talking
21.
Okay.
Why can I never roll low on these things?
about. Because you're a cleric.
It's only
Where
plus 2.
the character that you created is a freaking drunk. Or at least
Yay.
wants to be and is bad at it.
Exactly. exactly.
So, you've gotten to the destination that the lifted driver or lifted captain can take you. Where are you guys off to?
We were going towards the convent. Yeah. Yes. Is that what we were doing?
We are going towards the convent.
I'm asking because I had the water. I don't know what's wrong with me now. Could have no memories.
seem
Could
fine.
just be cursed. Could
I
be
think it
freezing to
might-
death in my sleep.
You know, it might be a good idea to head over towards the convent and seeing if they got room for us over there. Maybe they'll let us stay the night.
Yeah, if only there was someone who lived there to ask whether or not they do that kind of thing.
Oh, that's right. That's me. I think they'll let us stay. They'll give us good room.
Did you drink the water too? Is that why you don't have a memory anymore?
No, it's I've suppressed a lot of my memories. A lot of trauma.
Mm.
Mhm.
You should try drinking like Ryder. That's pretty
Whiskey?
effective also.
That might be a good healthy coping mechanism. I'll try it sometime.
And nothing
Help
ever
me.
goes wrong from coping with your internalized trauma with mind-altering substances
I'm
and
16.
not examining them.
You could also become a pro wrestler.
Oh, is that how you're working through your trauma?
I
really thought that was like a spur of the
You
moment
and
thing.
Caius did that. I'm fine. I'm completely untraumatized. There's nothing wrong with me at all.
Insight check.
Feel free.
Damn.
Do I have to? Is this contested? Do I have to roll something?
Yeah, you have to make a bluff check.
And I'm guiding myself and I'm doing the thing where like one eye just anime flashes.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh, she's looking at you over the glasses.
Just
Oh.
it's the shiny glasses thing. Hold on. I gotta find-
18.
there it is. Okay, I don't have proficiency in that, and I have no modifiers there. This is gonna be flat.
You don't have a charisma check?
No, I got charisma is 11. It's a 0, and I rolled a 1.
Ooh. Do you want some whiskey
And
too?
that actually compels you to word vomit why you're so obsessed with goblins and green things.
Trauma dump. Trauma dump.
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Nothing traumatic has ever happened to me before in any kind of goblin encampment with any kind of stupid adventurers that think they're doing the right thing because they really weren't and they're very stupid and they should all die. But that's fine. Nothing. Perfectly normal. Perfectly healthy. See?
Oh, hey, same hat. Like, very different style, but same hat.
I don't know what you're talking about. Adventurers are still stupid.
Do you want some whiskey?
No, thank you. I'll be all right. I'm sure I'll find someone to pro wrestle later, I suppose.
So that's what they're calling it nowadays. Okay. So as you guys are making your way toward the convent, you are actually in a city. You're in the city of Baldur's Gate now.
Oh, great.
And there are shops everywhere. You know, people hawking on the streets. And I like you guys to make... Actually, no. With your passive perceptions, you definitely notice that when Seth walks down the street with you guys, people just kind of move aside. And you get, yes, fresh fit, sugar dates and pistachios. Ooh, sugar dates and pistachios. Yeah. And, yeah, you guys definitely notice that.
Najma's a full-blown tourist now. It's just like, and comes and like pats Steph's arm and goes, "Oh, it seems like you're very important here."
Every time we walk by someone, they get all quiet.
Yes, I'm not sure if it's because I'm liked or popular, but they do know me. That's for certain.
And this is where we start singing popular. I know about popular. Sorry, that was very alphabet. So it's like, oh boy. Don't flag us Twitch, please.
Yes, this is where I grew up. Have really good pistachios if you'd like to try some. Yes,
Good
but
morning. Good morning. Bonjour. Hello. Bonjour. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Not you though.
Except for that guy. Screw that guy. No.
Okay. And so, you guys are walking down the street, and there are, as I said, lots of shops, lots of people going, a few beggars every now and then.
Should
One of
we
them kind of
provision
walks up
here?
to you and just stares at you. Bugger it. I'd like you guys all to make a Constitution save.
Excuse me.
Oh boy.
how do I do that?
Watch me fail this one.
Don't
Also,
do
I
that
have
to yourself.
Look
Don't
at your
jinx yourself.
character. Look at your character sheet. In the top left corner, there will be saves. And you want the one that says con. What is the bonus there?
It should be the bottom on the left.
On the saving throws?
No, the con save in particular. It's in the bottom left column.
Ah.
I'm not seeing it.
Go ahead and roll a die.
Oh, Constitution, you mean? Oh, Constitution.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Constitution, yes.
Thank you. Also, I have die now. I'm not using.
Sweet.
So how do
Go
I
ahead
do
and
that?
roll it.
But I have like there's a bunch of them. Which one do I roll?
The 20-sided one.
Oh, okay.
It's this guy,
Yes.
the one with the
That
lens
guy.
flare.
That
Caius,
guy, yeah.
Caius had it like with it was like, oh, that thing that's blinding you. That's it. That's the one.
Keep that one like in your hand. Roll it for everything.
Okay, so my Constitution is +2. So do I add that to
Yes.
what I rolled? Okay, so I got 18.
18. All right. It was an 18, a dirty 20, and what were the other two numbers?
17.
I got a 4.
Okay.
For Najma.
So, as the guy stares at you guys, just kind of going, bugger it, bugger it. Rowdy, or not Rowdy, Caius throws up. This guy stinks. Like, he smells like what your mom described your room used to look like when you were like 13.
That is
Like, you're almost tempted to ask what crawled down his throat and died, but you're afraid to because he might reply that it's still alive. He stinks that bad.
Me checking to see if I have create or destroy water and or prestidigitation. Neither.
I keep thinking I have prestidigitation. I don't. I have thaumaturgy twice.
Hey. So,
Caius, are you all right?
No. I can taste the way that this room smells. It's not fun.
You're outside.
We should keep moving then, probably. Let's just pretend this never happened.
Yeah.
Because I can't make any water to deal with this. I'm going to cast Fog Cloud and just walk away.
Okay.
Like a little ninja bomb.
Just ninja bomb, like we're out.
Okay. And yeah, so the cleric there says a prayer and fog rolls in.
Hey, we're gonna just hide this real quick. Keep walking, make it look natural.
I'd like you
I've
guys
never
to make
vomited
a
in
natural.
public, but I have
This-
cleaned up after many a drunk. Let's go.
I would like you guys to make a stealth check, please.
Okie dokie.
Roll your stealth.
Oh, Najma. She said, right, natural. I'm perfect at this. I can do this very well. And she's going to do very shit. So she's not
So
even she's not
Najma starts
proficient.
tap dancing. Okay. And
Najma rolled a 10
okay.
with the mod. Poor thing.
I know this is just me being bitter. I have disadvantage because of my armor,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me, a 17. But I rolled a natural 20, gosh darn it.
Yeah, disadvantage sucks.
Like, it's still 17.
Okay.
You say as I tap dance away.
Listen,
Oh no, the way that you were talking, it sounded like you botched.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
didn't roll a 1. It wasn't great. I was just like, it's a 10.
Caius, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Okay. And Seth, what did you roll?
15.
Okay. Caius, I'd like you to say something about sneaking away.
So the key to a good ghost step is to put the weight of your body onto the outside of your foot as you take the step, and to just kind of keep your level out, keep your hands out so that you can sort of kind of have a feel for where you are in the room, right? And you can also keep your balance. What's going on over here?
And as you guys are clink, clink, clacking away,
Mhm.
you clear the fog cloud, and there he is, standing in front of you. Bugger it. But he's standing next to a dude with a duck on his head.
oh, I was covering up the vomit specifically.
No.
Ah. Yeah, I thought you guys were casting smoke bomb and trying to get out.
No. I just wanted to cover up the fact that Caius puked while we walked through the city.
Let no one know of this, please.
We never sneak up.
The first rule about Kai's throwing up is that we don't talk about Kai throwing up.
No,
Don't be
no, no.
suspicious.
We don't talk about sickness. No, no, no.
Too real.
And the guy with the duck on his head is like, It'll go away. It'll go away for a silver. That's foul old run there.
Are you threatening us?
Oh no. You see, we are part of an organization of unionized beggars.
Who don't bathe?
Well, bathing is something that you would do in an inn or in your own home. And as part of our charter being organized and unionized beggars, one of the parts in our charter is that once one has a residence of their own, they are no longer qualified for the guild.
There's no public bathhouses or anything around here that you could maybe use to not induce an upchuck?
Oh, no. Well, you see, we all have a gimmick, we do. I try and be cordial and just ask for money once every once in a while. Foul old Ron doesn't really like talking, so he just stands there until people give a silver.
You maybe want like a sign or something that
Oh, no. Section 48, Chapter 5 of the Charter, no one beggar shall take the gimmick of another beggar.
So there's a guy in town who already has a sign.
Oh, it's old Jimmy the Sign down there.
Jimmy the Sun. Oh my gosh.
There's
Bugger
Jimmy. Does it say Jimmy on the sign? Give Jimmy money. Love Jimmy. No.
He doesn't speak common
no, it's
very
gotta
well,
be-
being a troll and all.
Do you perhaps need a bath? Do
Bugger it.
you want a bath?
Bugger it.
Maybe we can help you find one.
Why do you keep saying that?
Oh, well, yeah, that's about all old Ron ever says.
I see.
Oh, is that the duck?
A duck?
I don't know. I thought I heard something about a duck on his head, and I took it in stride.
No, fingers crossed means GM is talking. No, the guy that you're talking to, who is rather cordial, is the one with a duck on his head. Foul old Ron is the very short elderly man that smells so bad you can see it.
And which one's cursing at us?
I think I think the smelly one. The smelly one is the one who's cursing at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
I
do you
don't
keep
think-
saying that?
I think you're misinterpreting his language. He just said he doesn't speak common very well, and he's a troll. So, I'll
Oh
tell
no,
you
that
what.
that
I thought that was Jimmy.
that's Jimmy the Sign.
Oh,
It's just
Jimmy the
foul old
Sign
Ron.
does-
He just says that. We used to think it used to be all random, but something says there's method to his madness.
So who's wrong?
That'd be him. Bugger it.
Who is he pointing to the other guy he's with?
Yes, the guy with the duck on his head is pointing toward the smelly guy.
And okay.
Caius is really engaged in this, fascinated by the man with the duck on his head. Right? That's fat. They have a bird guy here. Why don't we have a bird guy?
I mean, you could try to be the bird guy. We could find you a bird.
you can be a real
No.
pirate then with a little bird on your shoulder.
Why aren't you the bird guy?
Steph, doesn't your convent do something for beggars or something like that?
Yes, I think I can get this
Oh,
wrong bath.
you're with the convent, you are?
Yes, I am associated with them.
Bugger it. And Ron turns around and walks away.
I run.
Right,
too.
so you're in front, Seth. We'll follow.
Okay.
And thank you for your day, ladies. According to Section 9, subsection 14, members of the clergy shall not be harassed by any member of the guild. On
Okay.
accounts of most members of the clergy do things for the guild, and those who are potential beggars that have not been tapped heartily or spent enough time with the hours involved in begging in various occasions.
I see.
We hope that you have a good day. And he pulls out a little parchment and he writes you a receipt. Here you are. This is your waiver. And if there is another member of our guild, simply show them this and you will not be harassed for any donations, contributions, or any other such monetary compensation.
Thank you. I think.
That's good, I suppose.
Maybe we should walk a little faster. Just a thought.
Yes, just stick close to me.
Yeah.
Are there any colorful local characters, any other colorful local characters we should be worried about?
Yes, I'd say Ron and his bird friend are the least of our worries.
And as you guys
Wonderful.
make your way to the street where the convent is, there is an overweight man that looks like he's wearing what was once a very well put together uniform, long ago. Hello, excuse me. Do you now or at any time have the intention of causing trouble, mockery, or mischief down the street of many gods?
Not on purpose.
Well enough. All right, head on in. Yeah, no one causes mischief on purpose. Not in this city. Stop it then. And behind him, you see a very short man with... Ryder, you recognize that this guy's nose has been broken, or at least what looks to be something on the place in his face where a nose is supposed to be, but instead there is something there that looks like it could have been a nose once, but it's been broken and healed so many times that it's oddly shaped. Kind of like overlaying Owen Wilson's nose on someone's face from like 11 different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like he's been in like a lot of fights outside of that, or does he just get like punched in the face a lot? Like, those are two very different vibes, you know?
Sure. But he's wearing a very similar outfit, and he polishes what looks to be a star.
Ah. It's the fuzz.
Hey,
Fuzz.
I'm not the fuzzy one. That would be the sergeant back at the watch house.
Mm. You're here to punish the mischief makers?
Not punish as well, just to discourage in a very aggressive manner. But since you have assured us that you are not here for mischief, thievery, frummery, and frickery, you can go now.
Yeah, no.
No, we'd never. Absolutely not. We're heading toward the convent to confess, so, you know.
So, as you guys get to the convent, it is a modest-looking church. It is made from stone, but it doesn't have a gate. It does have some nice topiary, like the kind that you would see in, say, an $80,000 a year neighborhood in Texas, maybe.
Oh.
You know, one or two, you know, nicely carved hedges.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's very structured here. I see.
It's a nice place.
Do you know what part of the convent we're heading to, Seth?
Don't worry, this is your chance to make it all up as you go along.
Okay. Yes, I do. Just follow right behind me and do not stray.
We're not allowed to touch anything, are we?
I would keep your hands to yourself. Arms and legs inside.
As we hop into the tram. Welcome to Disney World.
Is everyone in line as we go to see the Mother Superior? Good.
Inside the tram at all times.
If you look to your left, you will see the fury of a bunch of pews.
If something is dropped off of the tram, please let a crew member know, and we will go and retrieve it for you. Do not try to exit the tram. Have a magical day.
Oh my god.
Precisely.
We can't call them wage slaves.
Okay. Cute. Very cute. So yeah, you guys make it to the Mother Superior's office, and we assume that Seth knocks.
Hello?
Please enter.
Najma like smooths her hair and like dusts herself off, tries to make herself look prim, you know, a little bit.
Hammer. Arms.
And in the office is a handsome lady sitting at a desk with a quill. And she looks up. Well, oh my, you do look a mess. Have you the
Yeah.
shrubbery?
Yes, I have some here in my bag. Mother Superior, we just got off a lifted ride that was a bit stressful.
Oh. And what did you learn?
Sorry.
Okay, for those of you guys in the audience, she was literally sent to the Feywild to get a shrubbery. She was there to get a plant.
To get a plant.
Moving on.
Well, I learned that I needed help. That I couldn't do it alone. So I had some help harvesting the shrubbery.
Mm-hmm.
And
And your help, I assume, are the companions that you've brought.
yes, and they've proven to be good friends so far. And
We did it. She called us her friends.
We're friends now. We're so excited.
And can we assume that your friends have taught you a little bit about dealing with your anger?
Yes, because I don't want them to leave, so taking a lot of inner self-reflection.
Well, they're going to have to leave. They're not part of the order. That being said, if they're helping you in such ways, then you may want to go with them.
I think I should, Mother Superior. I think this being a part of this crew has taught me a lot, and I would like to keep learning if that's okay.
And never forget what Elastica 4 says. One cannot be loved while not being known.
Amen.
You can leave the plant on the desk.
Okay. Here you are.
I will give you the day to pack your things.
Your personage? I'm not sure what the proper honorific in this situation would be. Do forgive me. We were rather hoping that you might let us stay for a night. We need a little time to figure ourselves out, as it were.
And she looks at you so warmly. You can almost feel a major maternal embrace just with her look and her smile. Oh, child.
Oh, God.
You can call me Mother Superior. It's okay.
Madam Mother Superior, we were just hoping we could stay the night, if that's all right.
And she starts to scribble. On that note, I'm sorry that I cannot allow you. You have not taken the vows and the oath to be part of the order.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
what I
guys,
can do is she pushes the piece of paper toward you. take this toward the local inn.
Oh, thank you. And she looks at the paper.
It is a
Just you and-
letter to the innkeeper that says, the following 3 are guardians of one of our acolytes. Please treat them with the respect and honor that you would give to us, as they have volunteered to maintain the well-being and character of our younger sister.
She blinks twice. Thank you. And rolls it up. It's like, well, we have lodgings for the evening at least, everyone. And she holds it very tightly to her body.
No, I'm good with that. We were up all night.
We should probably get settled at the
And before you go, you seem to be the one that understands protocol most, she says to Najma.
Oh. I just happen to be very good at culture studies. That's all. Oh.
Novitiate Persephone is in dire need of those that wish to know her.
Know her?
Well, ever since she's been dropped off here, she's never been that forthcoming. You may have to dig a little.
I see.
Just keep an eye out. She does enjoy the idea of killing.
Blink. Again, she blinks twice.
Just the idea.
And she's like, one moment, please. And she puts her glasses on, and she goes back to the letter and goes back to read it because she's trying to novitiate Persephone. Who is that? To see if like the name, if there's any kind of name or anything on the letter she was given that references
Nope.
novitiate Persephone. Cool.
Nope.
Gaius has a question. This vitiate Persephone person, she wouldn't happen to have like needle-like teeth, would she?
No.
All right.
Not fey-touched like you. But sometimes in some places outside of cities as big as Baldur's Gate, the horns can be a little problematic. And she looks over at Ryder. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
Wait. That she looks at Seth. Are you novitiate Persephone? The novitiate that the Mother Superior is referring to?
Yes, that is my full name. Seth is a nickname.
Good, I'm not losing my mind. I was very confused for a moment.
Oh, I thought you got that.
It's actually not that. It's something else completely. So, well, now we know. That's lovely. Well, do you prefer Seth to Persephone?
Whatever you prefer actually is fine.
You know, for someone who has apparently inordinate amounts of rage, you're quite calm.
I am until something
I'm
trips.
repressed.
But hey, if there's anything you should be allowed to have an opinion on, it's your own name, you know?
That's true.
I 100% did not know that was your full name, but that makes so much more sense now. Also, it's a very pretty name, so.
It is. My grandmother named me. It was her mother's name. And I think it's just easier to go by Seth because it reminds me of her too much.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you miss her a lot?
I do. She was a very good woman.
Sorry. We have a dude in the chat saying William Board has the trademark for the sign.
Now there's a battle happening between William Board and the other sign guy.
Sign off.
Who needs dance-offs when you have a sign-off?
Oh, God. Now I just thought of a terrible ending to a romantic comedy that I hated. Anyway. Oh, wait. Better ending to a music video that I liked. Anyway. All right. So you guys gonna pack or, you're kind of having this conversation at the desk of the Mother Superior.
Right. We should probably go towards the inn. Thank you for your generosity, Mother Superior. It's much appreciated.
Bye.
Of course.
saying
And may you
thank you for
always
saying
bounce
nice
back
things.
from long falls, as it says in the book of Elastes.
I'm so tired.
Thank you. And then she walks away. She starts walking out the door, still holding this paper. So.
And so Seth, where are you gonna go? Are you gonna go straight to the inn, or are you gonna go pack your things?
I think I should pack my things.
Okay. Are you guys gonna follow her to her room for more exposition, or are you going to leave the convent?
Are we allowed to follow you to your room? Didn't seem like they were very interested in letting us in the building to begin with.
I mean, we can just wait in the general vicinity instead of right in your room while you're packing.
Or we could also help you carry your stuff too.
Yeah.
If it's cool. If it's not, then don't. It's not a big deal.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. You helped me. I think I just don't want you staying the night.
Well, you guys head down to Seth's room. Please describe it.
Ooh, It's very dark, obviously.
Blacker than the blackest black times infinity. No. Except for the German expressionistic curtains. No, kidding.
It's and suddenly we're playing Workboard. Yay!
There are melted candles everywhere. A few books that have been heftily read. There are dark red velvet curtains, and some nice wood floors. And then just a simple bed with more red velvet on top.
You really like velvet.
I do.
This is a really nice room.
So says the girl that grew up on a boat. Yeah.
This is style right here. The velvet. I dig it.
Thank you.
I've never been in one of these before.
A room?
No, I've been in a room before.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the context.
Like a bedroom in a church. It's wild.
Didn't They have monasteries where you're from, or nunneries?
Oh, no, not really.
Oh.
I kind of accidentally into this whole thing. I'm sure you haven't figured that out. I'm really good at hiding it, but you know.
I don't like to assume. How you found God is up to you, not me.
Listen, Seth and I are the exceptions and not the rule.
I see.
Yeah, as I'm sure you saw with Mother Stuffy.
Maybe a little bit stuffy, but not.
Said goodbye and she quoted scripture at us. What do you want me to say, man?
She's very religious. She's it's part of the culture,
And
you
she
know.
wasn't
It's.
loud.
Hmm.
Mm,
Anyway,
Well, that's like
Wonder's
that's
smaller than I
like the
thought.
captain telling us, "Thank you for flying lifted." It's very. It's part of who they
it's
are.
more similar than you think. Yeah.
it's kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna disagree with you there, but like there is a little bit of hope that there's like I thought I saw like a little human moment break out for just like a quick minute, right? I'm thinking that he's still in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm not doubting that they're both good people, right? But dealing with things bigger than yourself is dangerous, especially when you're trying to pretend like it's an amicable arrangement, because it's usually not, in my experience.
Well, to be fair, I did make very good friends with a rather lovely tree. He just had very cold roots, and we just had to warm him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of being a little bit polite and, kind.
I try to be kind, just not polite.
Somehow
Try to
I'm
be kind.
thorough,
What
but-
kind? Anyway.
Anyway, your room is really nice, but I don't know, I thought they'd be bigger.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of space, but we're also taught to have humility and what is it? Yeah, we're not supposed to have a lot of things, even the velvet curtains and the velvet bedding. Really had to fight for those, but here we are.
It was worth it. They really like it really ties the whole place together, honestly.
Thank you, thank you. I know.
Well, what things did you want to bring with you? Maybe we can start putting together a box or a trunk or
And
a
as you guys
pack.
are talking, you're hearing a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
My heavens, what is
Seth
that?
knows this as an alarm bell. The bell they ring when someone is brought to the convent in what looks to be an emergency.
Tell me that's lunch.
Well, okay, so I don't know if we have time to pack. We gotta go. We gotta go see what's going on, I guess.
Is that important? Is that what does that mean?
It could be any range of things. I think we should go find out though.
And lead the way.
And when you guys make your way there, you guys see 3 or 4 dwarves. And on the stretchers, it's very, very, very wet. And the dwarves are missing limbs. And in their
Of course they are.
places, it looks like they were replaced with ice, but it's
Yeah.
melting. And that is where we will end today's session.
I was like, it's turned to ice. I knew it. Somebody's gonna.
You had to say her name.
Yes. We said it. Did we say it 3 times? That's probably what happened.
I think we did say it exactly 3 times, yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. So, So just to wrap up, there's been a debate on why you guys don't have a bird guy, and you make it to a monastery, and all that is happening. But it is late, so I have to call the gaming session.
Yes.
So, no, yes.
Oh.
Your love for her was a lie. And so, thank you guys for showing up today. And I want to thank you guys for watching. So, I want to put a note, like, as a GM for this particular game, the players really enjoy the role-playing aspect more than they enjoy beating up monsters and taking their stuff. So, since this game is focused on the power of friendship, there is a lot of banter that is involved, and it's very important as a GM that I run the game that they want to play. So, we talk, and I go, oh, what do you guys want to do? Because I'm not used to people not trying to take stuff and increase their stats like this was World of Warcraft. And they let me know. So, yeah, that is one of the things that we're doing. And if you guys have any questions or comments or want to pop in on a DM's workshop, then join us Wednesday at 3 right here on Twitch for the Back in the Deck GM's workshop, where we'll be going over a few notes and a few different techniques as far as being a GM. I'm no Matt Mercer, but I've seen him on TV. Hey, nobody, sorry, you did miss it this time. But with that, let's get back to our warp tumbler so we can sign out. And starting here. Today we're going counterclockwise. Cass, let the people know where you're at, where they can find you, and where they can buy your stuff. .com.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, that's it. That's the domain name.
Mostly you can find me on Discord through the Back in the Deck Discord. I am the beaniest bop on Discord with the little Elmo on fire meme from like 2012.
Because they are a bean.
I am a walking meme, and I pretty much just do DM things for my other campaigns all day. So hit me up. I'm available.
Awesome.
And I do sell custom-made dice on my Etsy shop. If you're interested in geodes, I'm working on getting protos done for a geode collection in multiple colors. So keep an eye out for those. And whenever I can, or rather whenever the streamer can, I guest on another D&D stream. It's supposed to be every Sunday. Been having a rough time. But if you follow, you'll know. And that's going to be at twitch.tv/LucyBubs with a Z at the end.
Awesome. And our new player, before we get to the introduction stuff, you being a brand new player to role-playing, and I love working with new players, and I seriously mean that. Like, this is not sarcasm. Person next to you will tell you I adore working with new players and expanding the community and stuff. How are you liking the game so far?
Good.
And be honest. Don't be polite.
No, it's this. I was really looking forward to this actually. I'm like, oh, I gotta play D&D on Monday. I got really excited. So I'm having a grand old time.
Fantastic. And where can the people find you, and what you into? This is the red carpet, so you can tell them what's going on in your life, if you so choose to be approachable on the internet.
Humble brag time.
I have an Instagram at sundrenched.witch. And I just started a class to get certified as a peer support specialist. So yeah, I'm transitioning, starting a new thing.
Well,
Yay.
fantastic. And we're happy to have you here.
Mhm.
And next to them, you know them for their community outreach, co-hosting on the thing, dancing, and then doing kung fu, but not quite kung fu because they don't like hurting people in real life, or they might like it too much and are just suppressed about it.
And they have to pay
Rowdy.
extra for that. Hi, everybody. What's going on? It's your girl, Rowdy. Well, I'm moving into this interesting new little direction for myself, right? I have a bunch of little like marigolds now, and now I've actually gotten into the habit of just making like marigold garlands and leis and such, right? If you guys want to see some of the stuff that I put together, you guys can look at my Instagram at oh look it's me. Like oh look it's me, like M-I instead of M-E. It's all just one sentence in the name. Right. Hope everybody's doing okay. This gaming session was pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be quite as much just like verbal roleplay as much as it turned out. Like that was kind of interesting, but I feel like it kind of like we got to like engage a little bit more with our characters, right? And I kind of like that aspect.
Aspect, that's a different gaming system. We're playing 5th edition.
Oh man.
Wait, aren't you doing some sort of charity work or something that you want the people to know about?
I am actually. So my dance team Hula Afi is doing a collaboration with a local food restaurant called Aloha Food Factory. So far we've pledged to donate 15% of all of our sales and bookings to the Maui fire relief. So if you guys
Nice.
want to head on down, I don't know if they still have this, right? But the last time I checked, Aloha Food Factory, like they had a monster pancake special for the Halloween season. Like it
Ooh.
looks pretty interesting. You can check out pictures of them on their Instagram at the Aloha Food Factory, or if you just want to check out Hula Afi and see some of the dance promotion stuff that we've done, you can see us at Hula Afi on Instagram.com.
Awesome. And last but definitely not least, I could give the whole introduction. I could talk about the Pocket Dragon. I could talk about the streams. I could talk about the freaking podcast. Or I could talk about all the production design and the costuming and the cosplay. But I'm going to let her do that. Because that is what she does. And I can't describe what she does better than she does. So, Vixabel, take it away.
Hello. Thank you, Solar, for that. Yes, you can find me at the Pocket Dragon Pub. Usually I am at the table as a player or as a GM. We just recently finished a show with Solar, actually, where Solar does what he does best. And we talk about games for a couple of hours. And then we test played the wonderful Candela Obscura, if you're familiar with that. So you can find Solar guest starring on our show. That's available on YouTube at the Pocket Dragon Pub, or at Pocket Dragon Pub. We don't have the sorry. And you can also find me on Instagram as Vixie Bell, where you'll see a lot of my costuming work and a lot of my artwork as well, because I don't just TTRPG on stream. I actually TTRPG in real life. Do way more of it than is probably healthy, I think. Yeah.
And I do want to correct you. This is not what I do best, but people won't pay me for wallowing in freakish loathing in my bedroom.
I think you do it best, okay? So
You've never seen me wallow.
Throws lifesaver. Here you go.
I mean,
I'm not letting you
seriously,
drown
man.
today.
I
You're
was a
stuck on the
goth. This was
surface.
before emo, man. I picked the
Oh,
cherries
man.
with the best of them. I was like, yes, my life is one big dark room. And my mom was like, well, turn on some damn lights. And I'm like, all right, fine. Stop talking to me like that. But
Did you have the experience of being a goth during the same time period where vampires were in fashion?
First off, when are vampires not in fashion?
seriously.
I posed this question.
Well, like at some point, the Twilight franchise started kicking in, and Hot Topic started like releasing some very specific, like vampire-related fashions. So,
So
like
you're
at
talking
one
about when
point,
vampires became mainstream and
Oh,
people
yes,
got into the
darling.
false belief of like sparkling vampires that can be vegetarian as
That
opposed
is
to the
such a
vampires from Vampire the Masquerade.
that is such a
Mormon
polite way to ask,
vegetarian
do I
vampire.
feel old? You can just call me old. Were you a goth before vampires were in fashion? What, before Bram Stoker wrote Dracula? Thanks. Let's just say when Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula came out, I was wondering if Francis Ford Coppola's people had raided my closet. Um, yeah, I've seen Susie and the Banshees and The Cure before Robert Smith got fat. And yeah, I was always a sullen child. I said, well, Sesame Street looks like rain. But the guy living in the trash can, I wonder what made him angry. Probably the thing that makes me sad.
Oh.
When I was a child, I was like butterfly in the sky. You can go twice as high. And why don't they ever have Edgar Allan Poe on this show? And my brother looked at me and said, because he's dead. He died 100 years ago. And I said, oh, he must be lucky. No, but yeah, so before vampires came into fashion. God, you kill me. But I want to thank you guys for being here. And join us next time. And of course, join us Wednesday for the GMs Workshop. Or you can join us on the Discord. Or should I say and join us on the Discord. Because the more of you guys like and subscribe using Jeff Bezos' money instead of your own, the less I have to drive a forklift and throw my bones and sockets out of joint. So, with all that, I got to say thank you guys for showing up. Let's get back in to the library. And if anybody tells you guys that you can't like what you like because of the circumstances of your birth, you know what they are. Just tell them to take whatever card they're pulling on you and put them back in the deck. Thank you guys for tuning in, especially you guys that are east of California. We know it's late and we really appreciate you being here. So, I'm Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys for joining us, and maybe you too will tumble through a warp. All right, night, guys.